Hello, today is May 19th, 2020, and I'm Max, the mental health warrior. Although I have been feeling like a mental health warrior of late, I vowed to make a video a day this Mental Health Awareness Month, but for the last 5 days I couldn't. I just couldn't. I've been just very, very depressed and couldn't get my thoughts together, and also thinking, what's the point? Make these videos to celebrities, nobody's going to watch them. Jared Padalecki, Chris Gethard, Howie Mandel, thinking that my dream of Generation Now is doomed to failure, so why bother? Why try? And like I said, depression tries to rob you of your future and makes your present miserable. And I am a mental health warrior, so I have to fight, even if I'm going to lose some battles. And one of the reasons why I fight is because of my Aunt Betty. That is a self-portrait of her that she made when she was a kid. She fought mental illness and mental illness stigma through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. You can Google first person account, what it's like to be treated like a CMI, chronically mentally ill, by Betty Blaska. She worked with NAMI. She started Prevail, organization that helps people with mental illness find resources and to self-advocate. She was also my favorite aunt. She would babysit me. We'd watch movies, saw Oh God, You Devil together, and she introduced me to Stephen King, which maybe wasn't the best thing for a 10-year-old, but I still love Stephen King. And when I was young, I knew there was a darkness about her, but I didn't know what. My parents didn't really talk about mental illness. I remember once leaving one of her apartments when I was a kid, and I thought I saw a dark figure around her, and she fought for me. When I was kicked out of Edgewood High School, she wrote a letter to the principal, the dean, and all my teachers saying how it would be a mistake to kick me out because of my mental illness, to work with my therapist, etc. And I also helped. I went to a couple Prevail meetings, and we grew a little more distant in between 94 through 97, and she was bipolar. She had bipolar, and the illness took her life in 1997. She was 46, just 3 years older than I am. And sometimes, and after she died, I didn't want anything to do with the mental illness world. I thought it was ugly. I thought if I went down that path, that I would end up like her, that I would die by my own hand. And so I didn't really think about the mental health community until I went to get my psych degree. And I had an internship at NAMI Dane County. And this was back in 2012, and helped start a support group for teens with mental illness. I mean, it didn't work that well. It was just in a room in the United Way building, and my internship ended, and I thought it might get picked up, but I didn't. And I drifted away, and then there was new management, and I came back in 2015, and I did one Ending the Silence presentation in like 2012. Was it 2013 at East High School, and just telling my story was very liberating. And I knew I was a mental health advocate. And so then I took the training for Ending the Silence, and with NAMI Dane County, I went back to my old high school, James Madison Memorial, and shared my story. And I've been back 2 times. And there are clubs now at Memorial and at East, Raise Your Voice clubs. The Miami-Dade County we have here is very youth-based. I mean, it helps all ages, but it's really, the youth program is outstanding. And I'm glad to be a volunteer. I'm glad to be part of it. I actually have an interview tomorrow for a paid job with them. I really hope I get it, but I know if I don't get it, it's not the end of the world. But I really hope I get it. I mean, being paid to do what I love. It's a youth outreach coordinator position. And I know I believe in heaven. And I know that Aunt Betty is up there and she's smiling at my work. And I mean, she was a devoted Christian. And I just know that in my darkest days I fight on, and I fight on, not just in my name, but in her name too. I miss her. I mean, it's been going to be 23 years since she passed away. And one of the good things about that, if there's one good thing, is that it showed me what it's like to be a survivor of suicide, and I never want to have a friend or family feel the way I did about her, about me. But we're mental health warriors. And I'll try to make more videos. Bye.